It was a typical Saturday night, or perhaps it was a Wednesday. I always get those two confused. It had been months since my last case, mostly because I'd never done detective work once in my life, or any work for that matter. I guess you could say I needed to reconsider a lot of things in my life, which is why the events of that Friday morning really hit me hard. Something was off. I'd entered a film noir. It was clear horrible events had transpired. Worse than the time Bob-Ombs blew up that dynamite factory. Even worse than the time Wario did that stand-up routine about paperclips. Someone had stolen the great banana, my most prized treasure. At the scene of the crime, who should I find but Diddy? Diddy. The times we've spent together, beating up planks of wood, throwing feces at the zoo. What? We're primates. I didn't mean to hit that zookeeper. You shouldn't be here.
I live here.
A likely story. This is a crime scene. Do you know what that means?
No.
Drat, me neither. I was hoping you could shed some light on the matter. I'm kinda new to this whole detective thing.
Detective? I'm not even gonna ask.
Why you always running from me, doll face? There's something between us, and you know it.
Oh no. Am I the love interest?
Shh. Don't be silly, baby cakes. I'm flattered, of course, but we'd never work out. Your father's my boss. He'd never approve.
Stop making up elaborate backstories. It's really creepy.
She was right. It was creepy. Creepy like a tall dude dressed as a midget. And that's when I saw it. Next to the pedestal where the great banana was once bolted down was a wrench. I had read about these things in a book once. They were mentioned in this literary classic titled Operator's Manual. I thought it was a work of fiction, but sure enough, the tool was lying right before my eyes, and just like that, I had cracked the case. The word wrench starts with the letter W. When W's flipped upside down, it forms an M. M is the first letter in Mario's name. Mario's a plumber. Plumbers use wrenches. I know who did it! I should have known it was you, Luigi. You really thought you could get away? Everyone knows plumbers use wrenches to ward off evil, and since you're the only plumber in town, it was only a matter of time before I took you and your crusty eyeballs down.
I am also a plumber.
Ha! A clever disguise. You almost tricked me, generic Italian man. Your life is built on fraud. Name one time you've unclogged a drain.
He has a point.
But back to you. Tell me what you've done with the banana, or so help me, I'll start reciting a long-winded grocery list.
No! Anything but that!
Ho, and it's a doozy. Spoiler alert, I only ever buy prunes.
All right, I'll talk. It wasn't me.
Liar! This wrench says property of Mario on it, and your name's Luigi. The pieces of the puzzle fit all too nicely.
You've never finished a puzzle before, have you?
Does jamming the pieces together with a hammer count?
Look, it was our wrench, but I had given it away to someone. We held this plumbing seminar a while back. It was a basic class.
It was really stupid.
How many times do I need to point out that there are open pipes everywhere? These people need to be educated. That week, we were only covering proper wrench handling and maintenance. We advertised this thing all over the kingdom, but only 2 folks showed up.
Because it was dumb.
I promised delicious hors d'oeuvres. There was garlic bread with a side of Gouda. Who wouldn't sign up for that?
People who don't want to flush their dreams down the toilet. Heh, plumber humor. My life is a travesty.
So you gave this wrench away to one of your students?
Yes, it was a girl.
Whoa, 2 love stories and 1 mystery? Scandalous.
She had told me the only thing she ever wanted in life was to own something shiny. It was cute, raw. You don't usually see that in girls today. She had seen her advertisement in the Sunday paper and became intrigued. She didn't want to learn how to use a wrench. She didn't even know what a wrench was. She just liked how shiny it was, how it glimmered in the moonlight. So, at the end of my demonstration, I turned to her and said, Mario, would you please stop playing that comically small saxophone? You're distracting me from my story.
Jazz never hurt nobody.
I turned to her and said,
Take this wrench. You need it more than I do.
She smiled as she gripped it with her delicate hands and disappeared into the night. She was the ugliest girl I had ever seen.
My first hunch had been wrong. It was then that I truly knew who was behind it all. I had been a fool thinking a plumber could do an ugly girl's work. The road ahead was ominous, but I knew where I must go. It was crazy to think how far the mystery had unraveled in just a short period of—
Why are you just standing there?
Yeah, are you okay? You've just been gazing off into space.
Let me do my internal monologues in peace, guys. Sheesh! She had mentioned that the girl wanted something shiny. The great banana was shiny. It was a perfect crime for an ugly girl.
Yeah, that's a load of blooper rubbish. Did he really say that? It's jerks like Luigi who put up barriers for a strong, independent black woman like myself.
What?
I'm not a ditz. I'm just not accustomed to your stupid Earthling traditions. It's been a year since the Comet Observatory crash landed. I need to learn mechanical skills if I ever want this baby to fly again.
So you plan to fix this massive piece of intergalactic construction with just a puny wrench?
Duh. Haven't you been listening?
Do you have any bolts?
What are bolts?
Fascinating. Now, here's a question. If you've been rebuilding this thing, then why was the wrench left at the scene of the crime?
What are you talking about? It's right here.
That's just a slightly bent paperclip.
That might explain the lack of progress I've been making.
Or, the absence of bolts. But I digress. How'd you get this?
I don't know. Someone must have swapped the wrench out when I wasn't looking.
Well, a paperclip and wrench do look strikingly similar, so I don't blame you for not noticing until now.
Come to think of it, I didn't have the wrench upon returning here after the seminar. Now, it was dark out, so if I were to misplace it or be slipped a decoy, it would have happened after I spoke to Luigi. So, in theory, there's only a narrow field of possible suspects. Anyone who was at the Mario Bros home at the time is likely to be, what are you doing?
I got bored.
I'm giving you vital information.
But I don't care.
The culprit must have been with the Mario Bros during the wrench lecture. It's the only logical conclusion.
But who did it?
I don't know. But can I keep this thing? It's just, someone told me the funniest joke the other day. Oh, I forget where. But now that I know this is what a paperclip looks like, the joke's like 10 times funnier.
Ugh, I don't care. I despise jokes about paperclips. Holy pookie prickle! I've solved it!
Well, who did it?
Come on, this is a mystery. Name one detective who's ever immediately announced who the culprit was after they cracked a case.
Earthlings are really stupid.
I rushed over to the murderer's hideout as fast as possible, only stopping at 3 different bathrooms on the way. It was time to give this jerk a firm talking to. We were face to face, but oddly enough, the lighting in this crook's house left them completely in shadow. I guess it didn't matter. It's not like there was suspense or any build-up to this moment. You're probably wondering why I'm here. No, don't speak. I don't need to hear your voice. There's no point in specifying who you are. I know what you did. And to think, you almost got away, but you left a pretty clear trail behind. Clear as in transparent. I was totally lost. It's pretty miraculous that I actually got this far. All the answers were in front of me the entire time. You caught sight of the great banana and realized it was a treasure. You like treasure, don't you? But it was bolted down to its pedestal. You thought all hope was lost, and that's when you saw Luigi's advertisement. You didn't care what his stupid lecture was about, you just noticed that food was provided. Ah, yes, the hors d'oeuvres. More specifically, the garlic bread. How could you resist such a tasty delicacy? To your surprise, the seminar actually presented valuable information. You learned you could use the wrench to unbolt the great banana from its holding place. But Luigi gave his only tool away to that hideous chick, so you swapped it out in the dark of night. And you would have gotten away if you didn't use a paperclip as your decoy. You always kept one in your pocket. You liked showing it off whenever you found a new sucker to tell that stupid paperclip joke to. Yes, that's how I figured it out. I know it was you, Wario, and red starts with the letter W!
Oh, can I speak now?
Well, the bad lighting in your house seems to have fixed itself, so I don't see why not.
I must say, I'm pretty impressed with your detective skills. I never thought a moron like yourself would track me down.
Those are some very kind words, but I don't have time for sweet talk. Where is it? Tell me what you've done with it, you garlic gobbling goon!
Jeez, there's no need to go bananas. Wow, that wasn't even planned. Whew, and the universe works in mysterious ways. Waluigi's preparing to melt it down as we speak.
Melt it? Why would you do that?
The thing's made out of solid gold. What else would we do with it?
I planned on eating it.
I see multiple flaws with your logic here. 1, it's definitely not edible. 2, didn't you find this thing like 6 years ago? Wouldn't it have spoiled? 3, who idolizes food like this anyway? 4, just kidding. I do that all the time.
I don't see your point.
Why am I not surprised? Well, regardless, thanks to you, I'm going to be filthy stinking rich! Waluigi, start melting! Okay, if you insist. Your double chin is really handsome. I admire how fat you are. Your makeup is really popping today. No, not melt as in to become tender or loving. Melt as in make that stupid big banana liquid already. Oh, okay.
You're using a comically large microwave to melt it down?
Duh. How else would we do it? Now I need an expert opinion. Should I set this to frozen entree or quick defrost? Don't be an idiot. Bananas are vegetables. Set it to frozen vegetable. Bananas are definitely fruits. I'm just gonna set it to potato and call it a day. No! Ah! A deranged chimp! Come on, Waluigi, let's peel out of here. These puns keep coming out of nowhere. I promise I didn't plan that.
Baby Brown Eyes, you came back for me.
My eyes are black and soulless.
Maybe I was wrong about you. Forget about your father. You want this as much as I do.
I will literally eat your face off.
And eat my face off she did. What better way to end my first case? The banana was saved, and I was sensing a romantic evening with the missus.
Please stop.
How'd you hear me? I was using voiceover.
Diddy works in mysterious ways.
Why haven't you subscribed to StacheBros yet? The time is now! Instead of constantly having to look his channel up to see if there's new content, you could be notified the instant an upload goes live. And speaking of notifications, follow StacheBros on Google Plus and Twitter. He posts a ton of updates and sneak peeks of his upcoming projects there. You can find links to these pages in the description below. Finally, remember to answer the question of the day in the comment section. What's your favorite mystery? You could even tell me about a time you had to do your own detective work. StacheBros loves interacting with his viewers and encourages you to comment. See you guys next time!